Hello everyone, my name is Terry. This is Chair Fit. So we are going to work on some exercises in the chair today. We're going to start with a warm up behind the chair and then work on balance with the chair before we sit down. So you want a nice sturdy chair. It can have arms or no arms, but we're going to begin with our feet behind the chair, and we just need to warm up the body. So listen to your body, do what works for you, and feel free to use the chair anytime you need it. So we're going to take a full breath, inhaling, stretch, and then exhale, just melt on down. Good, reach it up, lengthen the spine, good, exhale, gently lower, one more time, full breath up. Good, and relax it on down. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to take our hands to our chair. We're going to work on some things for the neck and shoulders. I want you just to look over your right shoulder, warming up your neck muscles, and then bring it back to center. Take a deep breath. Then twist and look over the other shoulder. And then back to center. Take a moment to do a couple of shoulder circles. And then maybe even circle the other direction a few times. And then we're going to warm up the spine by rounding our back as if we're giving somebody a big hug. And then we're going to expand and open. Bring the hands behind us. And then we're going to round again. You're pulling your navel in. You're rounding your back as you do a nice hug of a tree. And then we're going to open and expand. So let's do one more bear hug here. Just rounding the back. And then gently opening and expanding. We're going to take one hand to our leg and the other arm's going to reach up. As we glide down the leg, I want you to bring the other arm gently overhead. Nice little easy side bend. And when you're ready, this arm comes up. This hand glides down. The other arm reaches up. Maybe this is where you want to stay. Or you can take it over. Remember, you've got the chair to hold on to. And then take a deep breath as you come up. And then we're going to take our hands, interlace them. And then I want you to just do a couple little twists, looking to the right and then to the left. Now this is more rotation. We're rotating more from the waist. And then we're just starting with the waist, then bringing the ribs and the shoulders and the head with us. So first you turn from the waist, and then the ribs, then the shoulders, and the head's the last thing. Good, so now that you've warmed up your spine, let's warm up the hips by making some circles. And then circle the other direction. It's kind of like a hula hoop movement. Good, and then we're just going to walk in place, warming up the ankles and feet. So just walking in place, lifting one heel and the other. This also warms up, your knee joint. Get some fluid in the knees and the ankles. It's like oiling the joints. Let's do a couple more. And then we're going to relax the legs and make sure your knees are soft. Take your hands out in front. We'll warm up the upper body a little bit with some circles out in front of us. So the arms are straight. Make sure you haven't locked your knees. You're not stiff. You got a little micro bend in the knees. And then we'll circle the arms the other direction. And do about 8 to 10. Then take your hands out to the side and circle back. Anywhere between 8 and 16. If you're a beginner, 8 to 10 is plenty. And then change directions. Good, just a few more. Just want to start to fatigue the arms. And then take the arms overhead, and this is called climbing the ladder. So you're reaching up, and then you're stretching through the sides. So reach, pull down. Reach, pull down. Take your time. Imagine you're climbing up a ladder. And then we're going to take the arms forward, and we're going to reach and pull. So you're reaching out, pulling back. And you can also do this out to the side. Last one here, and then you can reach out and then pull back. So you're reaching, maybe there's a low branch and you're pulling an apple off the low branch. So you're reaching out, putting it in your pocket, grabbing an apple, stick it in your pocket, grab another one, stick it in your pocket. One more time. Good, and now let's take our hands out front. So I want you to imagine you're holding onto a steering wheel like on a car, and I want you to rotate just 180 degrees. Good, one hand on top of the other and then the other. And remember, those knees are soft. This is helping with the shoulders. Making a sharp right and then a sharp left. Good, keep driving the car. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. And then we're gonna wash the car. So I want you to make some nice big circles. Imagine you're washing your car. It's a nice warm day. We're getting some of those now. So you can be smaller circles or big circles. Just allow the body to start to move. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. And go ahead, shake everything out. Relax those arms and legs. We're going to hold on to the back of the chair, but our feet are going to be hip distance apart. We're going to work on some squats. So we're thinking about, again, bringing those hips back into an imaginary stool or chair. And we're bending the knees, and the knees are staying over the feet. They're not going over the toes. You're focusing on gliding the hips back and hinging from the hips. So think about those hip flexors folding in. You can hold the chair the whole time. So you just want to do at least 10 to 14 of these. And remember, you can take them out, the arms out, make it more challenging. You can take the arms out to the side, or you can even take the arms back. So we're going to just do 2 more. We've done far more than 14. Good, and then stand up. Good. So let's get a little closer to the chair. We're going to take the right leg and tap it out. And as you tap, I want you to think about going nice and low. So bend that supporting leg. And this is starting to build up strength in the hip. So we're working inner outer thighs right now. Tap for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's try the other side. So start deciding how wide you want to go. Maybe it's just a very small tap. And if it's comfortable to get a little deeper, try that. And for advanced people, you can even bring the opposite arm up. Just 4 more. Good, just 2 more, and here's our last one. Now we're going to take the right leg and just step it back. All I'm doing is tapping my right toe behind me. So I'm starting to engage my hamstrings, my glute. And then you can take that opposite arm, just swing it forward as the foot taps back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then take your time getting that other toe back. So just an easy swing. You're just reaching back, tap on the toe, add the arm when it's comfortable, and remember you're always holding the chair for balance. We just have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And again, bend the knees, shake those legs out. So that you worked inner outer thigh, you work the glutes and the hamstrings. Now we're going to work the front, and we did work the quads because we did a lot of squats. So now we're going to work on balance. So we're going to come to one side of the chair. We're going to work on something called Tandem Feet, and we're going to start with the outside leg just stepping forward. Now this is 3/4 tandem, which means that you're not standing on a balance beam. It's more like you're standing on a railroad track. Your arms are going to come up and see if you can balance here. So you've got the chair for support. You want to make sure you lengthen the spine. You don't lock the knees. And you want to see if you can balance comfortably. So if this is too easy for you, you can do some active movement with the arms, turn the palms up and down. You can even take your arms overhead and balance here. Remember, the chair is available for you, and if you have trouble with balance, maybe you want one hand on the chair the whole time, you can just use the outside arm. So take a couple breaths here, and then slowly bring both arms down. And level 2 now for tandem feet would be just crossing that front leg so it's in line with the back leg. And there's still a little bit of space between the heel and the toe. And it's like we're standing on a narrow balance beam. Try taking one arm out and then kind of test the waters. So bring one hand to the hip. It's a little more difficult, so it might take a while to feel secure. So make sure you use that chair. You can always turn the palms up towards the ceiling and down at the floor. Activate the upper body to challenge your balance. Let's do 4 more. And then the third one would be taking the heel to toe. So now they're very, very close together. We're going to still take the arm out to the side. We're standing nice and tall. Trying to make sure we don't lock those knees. And then we're going to try taking the hand off. Again, it's important to keep your eyes on something about 6 to 8 feet in front of you. And if some of you are still able to do full tandem feet, use the arms. Take the arms overhead for more challenge. You can even take one hand to the chair and look over the arm. So when the head is turning, it challenges the body. Good, so a lot of variations there. And then come down. Okay, let's go to the other side. So we're holding onto the chair, our feet are hip distance apart, that outside leg just steps forward, just a little baby step forward. We're still holding the chair, and most everybody has a dominant side, so take your time coming into this balance, as this might be just as challenging, or even more, being on the other side. Remember, move the palms up and down. You take the arms overhead. So even though your feet are wider apart, you can do some things with the upper body to challenge. So remember, you can look over down the arm at your hand, make it a little bit more difficult. Good, so then that foot crosses over. And both feet are on this balance beam. We're going to take the arms up. Or just one arm at a time. When you feel secure, you can try the palms up. If this is easy, arms overhead, or just one single arm. And then maybe just looking over the shoulder and down the arm at the fingers. And then the last one, of course, is the heel to toe, where you're really tight together. Take a nice deep breath, stretch tall. So start really slow, maybe just take a hand to a hip. Or just keep your hand on the chair the whole time, just work this other side. Palm up and down, palms, arm overhead. Hand out to the side and look. But just keep the hand, one hand on the chair for support. Good, take a couple nice deep breaths. Good, and then shake it up. So tandem feet. So before we come to the chair and do some exercises, we're going to do a quick coordination exercise. I want you to start with the arms crossed in front of the chest, and then we're going to uncross them, and then we're going to drop our hands to the hips, bring it back to the shoulder, and then return to the hips. And then we're going to cross over the hips, then we're going to uncross, come up, down, back up, and begin again. Cross, uncross, cross, uncross, up, down, and up, cross, uncross, 1, 2, and 3, cross, uncross, 1, 2, and 3. Now try it on your own. Good, how'd you do? So that's just a nice brain exercise. Exercise the brain along with the body, so that's important also. So we're gonna start with some really easy exercises combining the lower body and the upper body. So let's start with making sure that we're sitting somewhere on the center of our chair. Our feet are flat on the floor, and then we're gonna take our arms out to the side. Okay, so I want you to make some little circles out to the side. Lift your right leg, see if you can make some leg circles, your ankle circles. So here's an interesting coordination exercise, and then lower it down. Circle the other direction with your arms. Bring the knee up. See if you can make some circles without doing this. That's tricky. It's tricky. Okay, I got it. I had to think about it for a moment. Good, and then we're gonna take one arm out at a 90-degree angle. We're gonna bring it across. So we're adding this little twist. The arm is coming across the chest, and this elbow is coming towards that opposite knee. So really you'll feel this in the back and the side body. We're gonna add a knee lift and turn it into a wonderful core exercise. Crunching as we come through, pulling the navel to spine. So try not to do this. Think about just coming across the body, and the knee raises and it comes to meet the leg, the arm. So opposite arm is like 4 more. Just 3, 2, and 1. Now try the other side. 90 degrees. Just feel, see how that feels, just bringing the arm across the body. So you're trying to get that elbow not just to the closest leg, but to the opposite leg coming across. And then we'll add that little knee lift. And it doesn't even have to be big. 4 more. 2 more. Wonderful. And coming down. Excellent. Good. So now I want you to take those arms out to the side again. We're going to kick that right leg out and then the left. So now you're just doing a full extension of the leg. And we can add the opposite arm. So watch very closely as I kick the right leg out. Opposite arm is going to twist towards that leg. And then you're just going to come back to center. The other leg kicks, we twist towards it, and we turn to center. So it's kick and twist. Good, just 2 more. Great, last one. Beautiful. Okay, so now take your hands, we're gonna make a little fist. We're gonna do some heel taps, and we're gonna start with the lower body first, and then we're gonna add the arm. So again, the arm that's opposite of the leg is gonna punch. So we're gonna kick our right leg out, punch with the left. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now watch, we're going to take our right leg. We're going to take it out to the side. So opening up that hip, and you're going to decide how wide you feel like going today. It's going to listen to your body. We're going to add the arm. So this time, we're just going to use the same arm as leg. The arm follows the legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other leg. And again, start slow. Just a small tap. And as you start to loosen up that hip, maybe take it a little bit wider. Add the arm, and the arm just swings with the leg out to the side. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do double. So double arm, double leg. It's called jumping jacks. And again, it doesn't have to be far. You can even just do lower body only. And we'll finish with 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good, take a little bit of a break here. We're going to take a nice deep breath, sitting up nice and tall. Now we're going to take the legs into a diagonal. So we're going to take the right leg out to the corner, then the other leg, and then bring it in. So we're going to go wide, taps, and then narrow. Same arm as leg follows out to the side. And then pulling it back in. Good, let's do 4, and then we're just going to switch directions. Lead with the other leg. Good, you just have 2. Last one. Now the other leg leads, so it's out, out, in. Follow that leg. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're going to take our feet a little bit wider, our arms out to the side, and we're just going to rock from side to side, reaching out to the side. And just reach. Take your time, just easy. Your feet are nice and wide for balance. Beautiful. And one more time. And then stay here because we're going to take one hand on this leg. We're going to take the other arm. Stretch it over. And then switch sides. Good, come back, walking our feet together. Interlace your fingers. We're gonna do some twists, looking wall to wall. Exhale as you twist to the wall. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale and twist. So we did some lateral bends. Now we're doing some rotation for the spine. And then we'll finish with some cat-cow stretches for the back. And those are the 3 exercises that the back likes. For a healthy, happy back, you need to move in these 3 directions. The spine needs to move through rotation from its axle, side to side, in side bends, and forward and front, like the cat-cow. So holding on to the knees, we're curling our back. We're just hanging out here. Then we're leaning forward, leading with the heart as we look down at the ground. And then hold on to the knees. Slowly start to curl the back into a letter C. Good, and then slowly come forward. And we're going to do that one more time. A nice rounded back, holding on to the knees. And then just with a nice straight back, come forward or reach back and actually find your chair. And then make this a little bit more intense. And then we're going to go ahead and sit up nice and tall. We're going to scoot back. So we're all the way back in our chair. Our back is relaxed against the chair. Our hands are right here on our thighs. We're going to work on some quadricep work by doing some leg kicks. So try and get a nice full extension in the legs. Your feet are flexed, so you're pointing your toes up towards the ceiling. Good. Let's do at least 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Now we're going to do double legs. So both legs come up, and we come just halfway down to the heel. Then we stretch both legs up. And then gently, softly tap the heel. Stretch. Good. Get both legs up there if you can. Good. We're going to do 4 more. Lift it up, hold. Relax down. Lift it up and hold. And tap. 2 more. We're going to add the arms to this exercise, so we're going to try and raise both legs, bring both arms up, and we're going to lift our fingers up as we point the toes up towards the ceiling. And then as we lower the feet, we're going to lower the hands. Flex and point. You get the legs working, you get the arms and the wrists working. Just 4 more. A couple more. Then we're going to try going side to side. So watch my wrist. It's just a flick of the wrist, side to side. Same thing with the legs. You're just going side to side. Good. See if you can give me 4 more. 2 more. And then keeping those legs up as best you can. We're going to see if we can rise up. Get the fingertips to reach towards the ceiling. Wiggle those fingers. Reach, reach, reach. Try and keep those legs in the air if you can. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Think about rising up as high as you can. Good. Couple more breaths. Staying here. And then we're going to lower the arms down, and we're going to see if we can keep the legs up a little bit longer. We're going to hold on to our chair anywhere, or hands on the hips. We're going to relax the feet and do a little flutter kick. So think about like you're in a swimming pool and you're on your back and you're just fluttering across the pool. And it's just a comfortable little flutter kick. Those legs are moving. You can add the arms if you'd like. Do a little backstroke. Gotta keep going. Movement is the best medicine. Nice and smooth. Good, just 2 more. Beautiful. And then go ahead, now you can lower those feet. Good, we're gonna come to the edge of our chair and we're gonna work on the feet again. Now, so our ankles are underneath our knees. We're gonna raise our heels. So we're coming up onto the balls of our feet. We're starting to strengthen the ankles and the calf muscle. So try and get those heels up as high as you can. Those ankles are directly underneath the knees. We're coming up. And if you want to do anything with the arms, you certainly can do some little bicep curls at the same time as we're raising the heels. And I'm going to stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now notice where my toes are, because we're going to bring the heels where the toes were. And then we're going to lift the toes off the ground as high as we can. So bring those toes back and really lift high. We're trying to work now this opposing muscle, the shin right here. And the opposing muscle for the bicep would be the tricep. So as the toes go back, you can make a soft fist and just press behind you, straight back behind the hips. And then you'll be working your triceps. So just pressing back behind the chair as the toes come up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring those feet together. We're going to take one leg out to the side. We're going to walk down that leg and then just do a quick little stretch, relaxing the back, maybe even touching the toe, whatever you can reach comfortably. Just hang out. And then coming up, we're going to take that same leg and we'll hug it in towards the chest. And then you can take this leg and cross ankle over knee or ankle over ankle and add a little twist. So if we are turning here, if you have your leg higher, you're just looking back over your shoulder. Same thing, you're just looking back. Good, and then let's take the other leg. We're extending it first, going down the leg, giving it a good stretch. And then take your time as you bring that leg in, give it a little hug. And then decide if you want to cross at the ankle or just cross here at the knee. Looking back. Good, and then coming back to center, make sure both feet are flat on the floor. We're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to bring the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. Gently squeeze, and on your next exhale, just drop the shoulders. Good, and then again, lift up, gently hold, and then on the exhale, let it go. Good, let's do that one more time. Gently squeeze, hold it, and release. Wonderful. We're going to go ahead and drop the chin to chest, letting the weight of the head stretch the back of the neck. And when you're ready, you're going to look up, nose to ceiling. Just a gentle stretch for the front of the neck. And then coming back to center, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to dip the right ear to the right shoulder. We're going to take the opposite arm and just gently raise it up. Return it to center. This arm comes across. If you want to support your elbow here, we're going to look. Now take a nice deep breath coming back to center. Now you're going to take this hand to the same shoulder, then gently lifting the elbow, stretching that tricep we worked earlier. We have to do the whole thing on the other side. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, dip the other ear to shoulder. The opposite arm can come up and just gently rise up as the neck stretch draws down the arm and right out the fingers. And when you're ready, take a nice deep breath, sit up, and then this arm comes across. Support that elbow. Take a nice deep breath as you bring your head center, because we're going to do the same hand as shoulder. Gently lift. Lower that down. We're going to take our hands, interlace our fingers, draw the fingers away as you round your back and make a couple circles right in front of the chest. Take your time as you circle the other direction. Good, and then taking the hands to our side, sitting up really nice and tall, bring the arms up, slowly bring the palms together. And then on the exhale, bring the hands all the way down to the heart center. So I'm going to let you do the last 3 on your own, at your own pace. So nice full breath in. Exhale as the hands come back to heart. And as you return to your heart center, stay here for a moment. Take a nice cleansing breath. Notice how you feel. Hopefully you feel more energized and feel like there's your joints and your blood circulating. You're warmer, hopefully, than when you started. Take both hands, give yourself a pat on the back for doing such a great job. Thanks for joining me today. I'd love to see you again. Same time, same place, and same channel. Have a wonderful day.